could be very difficult. The hazardous
here says a wintry mix may occur at times this morning into early afternoon. Heaviest snow to occur this afternoon into tonight. So yeah, roads are going to be messy. I know on the way in, there was still some areas where you go down the road and it wasn't plowed, but they're kind of floated off a little bit.
Make sure you're careful out there. Be careful. If you must travel, keep an extra flashlight, flood, and water in your vehicle in case of an emergency. The latest road conditions.
Night, lows dip down to 26. Cloudy skies with snow likely. Northeast winds. Is it ghost? Is it time?
Menogische how you say the age like Beijik? Nij, Niswi, Niwin, Nanan, Bibunigiz. That's 5 years old. 9. And then when you're 10 years old, you're Midaswe, Bibun, Nigiz, or Boss, or else Midaswe, Bibun. Then you go on to 11, your number changes to it. The 10 is still there, but the 1 is added. Midaswe, Nibibunigiz. Midaswe, Ashinij, Nibibunigiz, 12. You go all the way up there till you get to 19.
And then when you turn 12, that's when you start getting.
But she got me up here in Mekominawa ice today again. The front is really Mekom ice. I had to really take my time coming up the sidewalk. It's a lot of ice. Mekom, that's how you say ice. Mekom, M-I-C-O-C-U-M or K, I don't know. I just spell it the way the words sound. And Mekom. But what I was going to talk about today was yesterday, Bijinago, that means yesterday. Bijinago, nigi weekunding, oma gikino, oma gagomig. I said we had a feast at the Nett Lake, at the school, Nett Lake School, Bijinago, yesterday. And me and Heart Warrior, we were going to do it by ourselves Sunday. But I thought, why don't we do this for the kids? I said. And she said, yeah, we can, she said. And so I called Bejan and we told him what we wanted to do. So we put a date on there. And Bijinago was yesterday and turned out pretty good. The kids just sat there, just quiet. They were all eyes, all little ears. Tawag, minawash, gijik. But they enjoyed the stories. The first thing we did was feast the bear. And I told them the dangers of the bear and the bear clan stories. And a lot of them, one little kid said she went up right to a bear. And I said, you can't do that. They might have babies and they're real protective over their babies, and they could hurt you. And but I don't know. She said she just went up to one and then come back. I know they used to tell us a long time ago that the bears could understand the Indian language, and I believe that to this day. I believe bears can, but still, they're like the Bear Clan is a protector of area he's in, like the reservation, and that's what they call a lot of the police forces, Bear Clan and Anishinaabe. But we talked about that, and we talked about when they go hibernating and what they do. They eat enough to sleep all winter. Then around in March, there's fog. You could see fog. If there's one or two foggy days, you see. I waited for them in March. They had one. Then I that's when the baby bear makusag are being born in wherever they are in a like a cave or whatever, wherever they're hibernating. But that's what I was telling. The mother don't even know that when she's having her makusag, their baby bears. Mothers don't know when they're having their babies. And when they wake up, there's their little makusag. But if you see a mother bear with her cubs, that's the first thing she does is she'll chase them. They'll either climb up a big tall tree and they'll wait until, or else they'll run in the woods. You know, and I watched a lot of them little bitty bear cubs, but then when we're riding by Bois, I'll roll my window down and I'll say, "Bonjour, Mako. Anishinaabemoin." I'll say, "Kipakadena." I'll say, "Bear, what are you doing? Are you hungry?" And he'll just stop and he'll look at me like he knows, he knows what I'm saying.
Saying, hey, yeah.
Yeah, Nikki, I'm hungry. Yes, I'm hungry. Gidami, Jin Wisiniwin. Gidami Nig, give me food. Gidami Nig Wisiniwin. Nig is give me food is Wisiniwin. But then Heart Warrior did a song about the bear, and she had some kind of a drum. And toward the end, it sounded like a bear growling.
Mm.
Pete, my son Pete, was there. He said, that's what he said. He said, hey, it sounds like a bear growling, that drum she had. But that was interesting. I was going to have her take her drum up to Bejan's class again sometime before spring is over, and to do that drum. It's a strange, I don't know. I should have. Yeah,
Is it a big long drum?
No, it's just a small drum,
Mm.
and it don't look like it's a drum, but it's different. It's made different.
Mm.
And she has two drumsticks that when she pounds that drum, it has a bear sound, like a growling of bears.
Huh. Maybe she got that down in Ute country or Hopi or something like that.
She got it from some reservation because she lived on that reservation, and they showed her how to do a ceremony for bears, and they probably gave her. But I'm gonna ask her about that again.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe she can bring it up here.
Yeah, we should have her come on the show.
And then
talk about it.
Yeah. Then let's see. Then we had our ceremony. Squidge gave me some popping rice, so I popped the rice. I had 4 of the kids that are going into 7th grade come and fix the weekend. That's the food that we were gonna pass around. That was popped rice, mianan, blueberries, miskominan, raspberries, and odeminan, strawberries. So we had 3 kinds of berries. Then Heart Warrior, because she mainly was doing about the bear too, she bought fish, gigo. I told her to bring me a little piece of raw fish, but she fried it up. And I suppose the kids thought they were going to eat raw fish, and but that fish was good. She only had I think she just gave it to the adults that wanted. The kids didn't want, but they sure went for seconds. I made extra popped rice, so Corrine was there helping. I'm glad she's a good Anishinaabe helper.
Yeah.
And that's what they used to do. for us when we were young girls, as they'd give us some kind of a job to do, like pass out the cups or whatever, what they were doing, pass out. But the one that was giving it would do the tobacco, the we what they called spirit helpers is we do go we do money do, but like like my grandma and them, they would have the girls help, like just do little jobs to let them know what how to be attending a ceremony. And I know I used to go help pick cedar branches. That was my job, to go with my grandma to pick, and then the other girls help cook, like if they were, and usually, like I said, different ceremonies. Like say if we're gonna have a naming, we have kind of a lot of food where, you know, but yesterday we just had like a tablespoon of popped rice, and then later on when everybody got fed, then they could come and take what's left and eat it. But what in a burial ceremony, if you don't eat what's in the middle, or what when they have a feast with the family, if it ain't eaten up, they take it out in the fire and burn the whole thing. Like if there's like half a bowl of popped rice or whatever, they go joggies on it. That means burn. Joggies on Wisini when they have to burn the food. And like the ceremony we had yesterday, the kids, every one of the kids got in line for a second helping a while, popped rice. Even Bejan bought some nice tasty rice with some deer meat or something. And that was good. Even the kids were asking for what was left, and everything was all gone. And Heart Warriors fish, gigo, that was all gone. Yeah, so we had our spring to share with the Benuchiak, the kids. Benuchiak, Iwisinioko, Manomen, Minawa, Odeminan, Miskominan. Yeah, but that was good. The kids really paid attention. They weren't. You didn't know. None of the teachers had to have to tell them to sit and be quiet, or because they were all just like listening to stories like that. But yeah, that's what went on. Bejan and Perry were there. Perry was helping. He was helping me set up, but I had to use a blue blanket to put on the floor to put all my stuff on there. And then I told them about it. Well, I did tell them, but this is what I'm saying. When they have like healing ceremonies, they put a large blanket on the floor, a big blanket, and they have all the people that want something done, say they want their feathers topped over, or their regalia, they want it topped over, and they have to bring baggage gun to the person that's doing the healing or the ceremony for the like the feather or whatever you want, like your drum, your dewagan, megan, your feather, dewagan, your drum, anything you want, your ribbon shirts. and you take that to the one that's doing the healing, and in turn you put a gift there. You like, I used to put like maybe 2 pound bag of wild rice or a blanket. You put like 4 things there. Ishik niswe niwen bagichikan gitasa of machisag wabo on a blanket. And one junia, sometimes I put like um, medaswabik, $10 with 2 pounds of wild rice and maybe a shirt and something else I put, like a towel, or it has to be 4 things. Or a cup, it don't have to be expensive, just so they're for bagichikan. Bagichikan are gifts. And there's a lot on that blanket when everybody's done getting their stuff talked over. I don't like to say blessed, so I say talked over. And by the time he gets done, whoever's doing the ceremony, that whole blanket is just full of bagichigan. And then when he gets done with that, they tie that their bagichigan in a big knot in a big blanket, and they somebody hauls it out to whoever's doing it, their car, and they take it back to their reservation, and they have like a giveaway to all the community members that come. They give he keeps them, like I think he probably keeps the junia and the wild rice, and he gives like the towels, everything away, blankets, pans, all the other stuff. And that's what I do when I went out to this house during the summer. Twice I went there and they gave me 4 bagichigan. And I come home and I gave Shane some. Shane one. I think I gave just around me. Than was there. Than used to be there. I used to give her one. She lived beside me. And I'd give Moira one, and then probably one of my kids I'd give. Then I'd keep one. I'd keep something like maybe the homemade blanket, because when you do ceremonies, you have to have blankets that are homemade quilts. You can't have a bottom blanket. It has to be made by the people of your reservation. And when you go through your midewi, you have to have 2 homemade blankets. It can't be store bought. But and that's I think I got Marcella when she was working down. She made I got a blanket from her, and I think Jessie had a homemade blanket, and she gave me the blanket that was homemade. So there's so many things you have to have. There's a lot of things to learn what you have to have when you go through. And, there's different ceremonies, like I said, naming, healing, going away when they go join the service or something, or into the army. You're always given a feather by the chief of your tribe, or the medicine man of your tribe. He's the one that does the ceremony and gives you a feather and talks and all that. And so I went to one of them. They had one for Jig when he went in a service. I can't remember my uncles when they went in. My grandpa must have gave them a ceremony. Then I went to a lot of naming ceremonies, all my kids, all my grandkids. And I went to a healing ceremony. that's something to watch. And I went to a marriage ceremony. There, I might have forgot some other kind. Yeah, sick when a person's sick, or when I went to a lot of Medelis. G-scons, I went to a lot of G-scons. So did some of my grandkids attend some of them, like Daly and Carly and everybody. I think all of my grandkids, my kids attended G-scon ceremonies, and they know about them. Yeah, there's so many. And people on other reservations, they do it different. They do different ways, but they're all the same. They're all the same, but no, they don't. I don't know. I never went to another reservation ceremony. This year only. Me had to go asabikone zaagi'igining. Just only here in Nett Lake. I said me had to go Nikki. Yeah, but there's more like Art Warrior. She said she's been all over it, but she never lived. Just till now, she. Oh, excuse me. I got a tickly throat, but she said she lived in. I mean, not lived, but she visited many different reservations, and like she said she did the Sundance where they danced. Everything was 4 days. Like even here was 4 days. Everything still is the number 4. That's why they say the number 4 is the Indians' number, like 4 directions, 4 states. All the older ones maybe just Shirley. Do you remember Tom Joseph?
No, is he?
He was a little bitty man. That's
No, is he?
Yeah. He was Donald, Big Don, and Buckshot, and their cousin. They were cousins.
Mm.
So they were all called the Joseph family.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't recall. I think that was. Let's see, I'm trying to remember when we came up here. Well, I used to visit, right? But we moved up here in 76, I believe. So, I mean, I knew some people. Thomas Palmer, Plum.
Yeah.
Well, of course, everybody about that time. Gamot and of course Bear Hide, and that was just something that we.
You remember Spot Cash?
Yeah. Yep. Mm-hmm.
That was Miniman's mother.
Oh, okay.
That was her nickname, Spot Cash.
Mm-hmm.
And another one was Jippo. You remember Jippo?
No.
He was tobacco carrier from tobacco carrier for the ceremonies around Nett Lake. He'd go in on the day before the ceremony. He'd go out in the morning and say, give all the elders Sama. He'd tell them that Wabang will give name away a dancing or a powwow, zaagi'igining planning or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And he'd give them tobacco, and then if they knew already if they couldn't make it, they wouldn't take the tobacco.
Mm-hmm.
But if they were going to make it to that zaagi'igining planning thing, they would take the tobacco and they would come, or a naming.
Mm-hmm.
Dawa and Daw Suwabang were going to have a naming ceremony. And then in the summer, when they'd have naming ceremonies, they'd have almost a whole reservation there.
Yeah.
Because, there'd be the families of the person that they were going to name, or the little kid.
Mm-hmm.
And they'd have a big pot of cooked food, like maybe wild rice, or when they didn't have wild rice, they used a lot of white rice.
Oh,
Wabi manomen.
I thought they would have used like a lot of mac. No.
You know what? Yeah, there was mac because your grandpa used to cook my kids a great big pot of macaroni and tomato sauce.
What?
And, he'd come there and cook the big pot, and then he'd feed them. Then he'd go, because we lived right across, about 10 steps from our house to their house, and so, not too, just walking distance to Herbert's and
Mm-hmm.
Ruby's, and
Another one I remember is old Gordy Wynn.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Gordy Wynn was one of the best ball players.
Mm-hmm.
Lester used to tell me he could have been a pro.
Yep.
He was really a good baseball.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I heard he was signed to
Mhm.
play. So I mean, obviously that's tremendous talent.
Yeah, they said his Beniquewin got to him,
Mm-hmm.
his drinking.
Yeah.
Beniquewin pane,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I remember Gordy. He would always come visit Lester.
Yeah, I think old Walter was still around too when we used to visit. I don't remember him being around when we moved up here. Might have been. I don't know when do you remember when he passed? It'd have been like 76 or 77,
Yeah,
maybe
I can't
78.
remember when he passed.
Yeah. But yeah, that's the age group that I remember. And of course, old Benny.
I know we kept Walter, because he didn't want to go in a nursing home. And we kept him at our house, and he was like 82 then,
Mm-hmm.
82 years old, and he could barely get around and walk around. And
Yeah.
he would try to be helpful to me,
Mm-hmm.
because I cook and make him, we
Mhm.
all, and he took our, I had papers in the garbage can, and he must have went out my back door and dumped them papers right beside my porch. We had them little cement porches that
Yeah.
and he just dumped that, and he started a fire
Oh.
right. And Lester went running out there and put that fire out.
Oh.
And he was way too old, but
I'm
then
trying to think of some of the other older guys that I knew.
he got sick and then went into the hospital and died in the hospital. And his name, Mark has his Indian name.
Mm-hmm.
Jeez, Mark has the same name.
Mm-hmm.
Billy Blackwell gave him that name without even knowing
Mm-hmm.
the reason why he gave him that.
Mm.
Geez, Mark knows all his Indian names. And
Uh-huh.
I can't remember Walter's Indian name for nothing.
Yeah, I think I remember Nasi being around too. I
Yeah,
remember he'd be coming to. I'm trying to remember. Oh, there was these little powwows that we used to have right here in the gym, the small gym. Yeah, I can remember that.
yeah, I can remember him too, but by walking up every day from out there to the
Mhm.
mail.
Yeah.
And he's the one that named my son Pete.
Mm-hmm.
He gave him an Indian name. And he used to always come up and visit Jesse.
Mm-hmm. The other one I remember was. What the heck did I just think of? It just ran through my head. Oh, I'll think of him. Yeah, his name just popped in my head while you were talking on it. Now,
Yeah, that old Jippo, that was his nickname, but his really name was Charlie Fisher.
mm,
But the Jippo,
mm-hmm,
like Lester's dad, they called him Bago.
mm,
But they shortened his Indian name. His Indian name was Begamigi Tongue. Begamigi Tongue. Yeah.
mm-hmm.
'Cause that's the end of a man's name, B Tongue.
Yep.
Yeah.
Like
Miss
Mizano, Bitang.
Yeah. And Mizanobi Tongue's dad is he has the same ending in name. His is Waskone Tongue.
Mm,
That's kind of a light shining.
mm-hmm,
Waskone.
mm-hmm.
Light Waskone. Waskone Tongue.
Well, that was the other one that I thought of. Now I remember. Walt Caribou.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I lost his name. I can't remember
Mm-hmm.
his name. He
Seemed like I can remember it too, because he would always give the talks at
Mhm.
the powwows and stuff whenever he
Yeah.
was around.
Mhm.
Now, did he live here like on a permanent basis, or was
Yeah.
he just come through once in a while?
He used to live here, then he moved to Crane Lake, Lackabroy, wherever, I don't know what.
Okay.
But he mostly lived around here
Mm-hmm.
in Gilbert and Walter Jr. Walter Walter Carroll gave Farah her name. That's who gave. Because when Jessie was alive, she'd get all them older people to give my kids names, like Mark Evelyn Thompson, Mizanobi Tongue's mother gave him his Indian name, Mizinigabo.
Mm-hmm.
And then Nasi gave Pete, and Caribou gave Carissa, no, Vera. And then Jesse gave Lester Jr. his name, and she gave my two oldest ones their names, Lester and Carney. They're her Niwe, or they say Giwe or Niwe, or they say it different ways on other reservations too.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, there's a lot of old people that that's when the language and the culture start going out, when they start dying off. All them people, ceremonies went,
Mm-hmm.
the really Indian talks.
Yeah, that must have been what in the
In
last
probably-
half of 1970.
Yeah, that was in '63. That's when my oldest daughter, was born. But they were still doing stuff because she was working with the sock ladies.
So she must have been born right when Grandma Rose was died too, huh?
Yeah, she she never seen her grandma Rose,
Mm.
but she was born after
Yeah, because she was born in 1893, and then she passed in 1963.
yeah, that's a year when Carlene was born. When the year she passed in the it was about this time. They tried to take her to the hospital and she wouldn't go.
Mm.
She died at home. And, so the only I don't think nobody like our kids like you, Kalik's kids, or just the grandkids seen her, like Jig and the older grandkids like I don't know, Kathy.
Mm-hmm.
Or she must have been born way after
Yeah, I
Grandma
think
died.
she was probably born in 60, maybe 66, I think.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, there's we got a chance to be with her and her grandpa and learn things from them. And then when they went out, we didn't even think of doing that to our kids. But they learned from their grandma. They had a traditional grandma that when what we didn't teach them, she taught them.
Mm-hmm.
And we barely talked Indian to them, hardly did any talking. Now just even, that's going out and, that's why I wanted to do the ceremonies with the elementary kids so they would know
Mm-hmm.
so they would see if they could remember, hey, we did a spring ceremony and we got to make the dish, the feast, the dish for the feast, and we got to hear about the bear, but we got to. I hope they can remember that when they get big.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what I told them. They said, "You told that story already, Nanapashu." And I said, "Yeah, I know." I said, "I'm telling you the story." I said, "So you'll get to know the story and you can tell your kids." I told them.
Mm-hmm.
Because one of them little boys said, "I know that story. I like that story." I said, "Well, keep it in your head." I said, "When you get big, you can tell your kids." I said, the story. I think it was the bird story. Bineshi, Bineshi, you're going.
Do you want to take a quick break here?
Yeah, I bought you some cake in there too.
Oh, awesome. So we're going to go grab some cake and tea and coffee, some nibish and makade mushtiki wabu, and we're going to be right back. How did you say cake? Bakoijigan?
Well, sweet. Wishkaban
Sweet?
Kweshikan. sit down in the chair, eat on the table, heat it up, and my home, my house, my zaagi'igining. Close the door, close the door. Open the window. Bring me the paper, bring me the paper. Talk. And house, home house. And is your house. And where you live. And
All right.
on this song here that just got done, please. And the end on is my home. And the zaagi'igining is my house, my home, my house. And the end on, that's my house, you want to say, or my home. The end my home. My house is the zaagi'igining. The zaagi'igining. In one part there's bring me the paper. Be doing masini'igan. Be doing masini'igan. Then there's another one that says open the door. Bakakanan squandam. And there's another part that says open the window. Bakakanan wasechigan. And sit down and eat. Sit down in a chair and then eat. Namatabin listening. So you listen to them songs and you can hear parts of what you should know. Like you can just kind of put them together. Like Bakakanan wasechigan. Open the window. They're saying open 2 times. Wasechigan is your window. And be doing is bring. Masini'igan is a paper. Bring the paper. Probably a newspaper or whatever kind. Masini'igan is a sheet of paper is a masini'igan. There's paper from Mille Lacs. I don't know if that's masini'igan. It's called the paper.
Yeah, they still publish that.
But yeah, you can learn few songs just by listening. Like the animal song, Bojo. Hello. Kidu is said. Kidu. Hello, said the animush, the dog. Bojo kidu animush. And Bojo kidu gajagas. You know, hello said, if you keep on listening, then kidu is said. Bojo kidu bineshi. Hello said the bird, you know, Bojo kidu. Sheep, you know. That's how you get to know your animals. Just listen to a song that has animals on there, like this one, Bojo song. And you could add animals on there. Bojo kido mikinak. You know. Bojo kido bebe shigubashi. Hello said the horse, you know. Hello said the wawashkeshi, you know. Bojo kido makwa. Hello said the bear. Hello said bear, you know. Bojo kido nanu kasi. Hello said the hummingbird, you know. Just you can maingan, you know. Bojo kido maingan, you know. Bojo kido. Just there's all kinds of mikizi, you know. Mikizi, Wabasheshi, the martin, you know, and there's the ginu, the golden eagle. Bojo kido ginu. Ginu is a little baby eagle. But there's so many ways you can learn your, like with the brown bear, you know. Uh, the colors, Ozawi, brown bear, Ozawi makwa, brown bear. Then you say, what did you see? Wegunan, giwabandaman. Wegunan is what? Giwabandaman. What did you see? Wegunan, giwabandaman. And then like there's they go to different, you know, different colors, you know. Bineshi, Misko Bineshi, Wegunan, Wabandaman. Red bird, what did you see or what do you see? And they go on to another color. They say, Ozaw wa ji sheep, yellow duck. Ozaw wa ji sheep, Wegunan, Wabandaman, yellow duck. See, you're learning the color and the animal or the bird at the same time, and you're learning what did you see. Wagunan, wabandaman. And you could use that sentence to mix it with anything. Like Niki wabandan, mawaske she I seen a deer. Jeba this morning. Niki wabandan she sheep jeba. Or ni wabandan makwa jeba. I seen a deer this morning, a bear this morning. But there's so many ways you can learn, you know, the same way with if you want to learn your numbers, you say ni wabandan nij ji sheep jeva. I seen 2 ducks this morning. Nigi wabandan nij go nij ji shivag. If you just see like I Nigi wabandan beshik ji sheep, I seen 1 duck. And if you see more, you say Nigi wabandan ji shibug. That's more than 1 duck. Or you can say like nanan ji sheep, 5 ducks, Nigi wabandan. But you always use that Nigi wabandan. I see. See, there's Nigi wabandan. I see nanan ji sheep. Or you could say, you know, there's just different ways you can learn colors, numbers, everything all at once, all in the same question, sentence. I was gonna go through these words here. They're weather words. Minogishagut. Minogishagut. George, what's Minogishagut?
Good day.
Yeah. It is a nice day or a good day out. Give me one.
It's raining.
Yeah, it is raining. Give me one. Anwate. Wate. Oh, wait, no, I can't say it. Anwatin. It is calm weather. Anwatin. Zugipun. Snowing. Zugipun. It is snowing. The wind starts to blow. Mandanemat. Mandanemat. And it is hot. Gijate. There are northern lights. Wawate. Dibikung. You can add night. Northern lights last night. Dibikung. And there are northern lights. Yeah. and then there's a heavy fog or a mist on a wannabe sun. Like I said, heavy fog. You could see mist in there. Nibi. A one, you can see a fog. A one is a fog. Nibi is water. Sun is when it's like a mist. A one, nibi, sun. So if you say it really careful, you can see the words in there. A one, nibi, san. A wannabe san. Then you could start putting them, into like a dialect. A wannabe san. Usually, if you just come right out and say, I want to be san, you don't know what the words are telling you. A one, fog. Nibi, water. So you look at that, I want to be san closely. Nudin, windy. Nudin, gujing, windy outside. Nudin gujing. Chinudin bijin ago, big wind yesterday. It is very windy. Gichinudin. It is cloudy. Ningwanakud. Warm and mild. Abawa. Imbegish Abawa. I wish it was. I've said Imbegish. Abawa. Sometimes these like me, Abawa. I'm not using my language too much now that I'm getting older, I see. So I have to think, because even I would forget if I didn't use it every day. Abawa. Nungum. In Vegas, I wish it was warm and mild. Awan. It is foggy. See, you could see that in heavy fog or mist. There's a one. It is foggy. A one. Nibi. Water. Nibi is water. A one. Nibi san. And then it is clear. Mijakud. There is a tornado. A subsidoosh. That's kind of like a tongue twister. A subsidoosh. S-H-I. Douche. D-U-D-A-S-H. That means when a subsidoosh means when it's going around and around and around like a big wind.
I wonder if
A whirlwind like.
I wonder if that's like how they describe when spiders
Yeah.
make their net
Mm-hmm.
or make their webs that they go
Yeah.
around like that.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. You can just kind of think, same thing with or a whirlwind. You see in the summer them little bitty kind of winds.
Mm-hmm.
That's what they used to call subsidoosh. Subsidoosh. Agashi subsidoosh. A little small whirlwind. Sometimes you could see them on the ground in the summer, going like almost like a little tornado.
Mm-hmm.
freezes over. Kashkadin. Kashkadinu. That's part of the calendar. Kashkadinu geeses. That's when the ice is just starting to freeze up. Kashkadinu. Asabikone zaagi'igining. That means freeze. Nett Lake. The Nett Lake is freezing over. Kashkadinu asabikone zaagi'igining. It is thundering. Animki ka. Animki ka. Animki ka. There is red sky. Miskwa. Miskawanakud. Miskawanakud. So you can see the color red in the front. Misko. Then a cloud or the sky. Wanakud. Red sky. Misko. Misko, like misko miinan or raspberry. Misko miinan. Anything with the end is miinan is a berry. Like ode miinan. Ode minan is. And niskadat nungum. It's nasty weather. I said today that it is. Niskadat nungum kujing. Mekum minawasina, ice and cold. Mekum. And Osha Shah, it is slippery. Osha Shah. And there is a cold wind. The kasin. And that's what they call a refrigerator. The kasichikan. See a cool place. And at the end is sichikan. The kasichikan. The kasin gujing. Cold wind outside. The kasin. And then there was some sentences there. There's kind of like it says, it is May. It is warm and mild. Zaagi'igining abawa. It is May. It is warm and mild. Zaagi'igining abawa. Today it will be hot. It is clear. Nungum gijate. Nungum today gijate. Mishakud. Today will be hot. It is clear. Mishakud. Nungum gijate. Mishakud. Then it is fall, the lake freezes over. The guagin, kashkadino, it is fall, the lake freezes over. Kashkadino, zaagi'igining, freezing over lake. The guagin, kashkadino, zaagi'igining. Kashkadinu zaagi'igining. Yeah. It is raining also. Give me one, gaye. It is thundering. Give me one, gaye. Animki ka. It is thundering. It is raining and it is thundering. Also is gaye. See, give me one. It's raining, give me one. And then also is gaye. And it is thundering. Nimki ka. thundering. Bungishamuk, you hear that a lot in prayers. Bungishamuk is when the sun sets, the sky is red. Mijigwa, misko wanakut. When the sun sets, the sky is red. Bungishamuk, misko wanakut. See, that's red sky, misko wanakut. This, it is snowing very hard. Gichin knows Zugapun. Gichin Nodin. It is snowing very hard and it is windy. Gichin Zugapun. Gichin Nodin. Ikwayag gi bimadis akwayag ogi bimbas. How do you say walk?
Oh, Bimose?
Yeah. Ikwayag ogi bimasayog. Gigargo ojashawad. The women are walking and they almost slipped. Ojashawad. And there's just, you can make sentences into a lot of them. A lot of them things.
I must have put my notes away.
Zaagi'igining is Abuwa. It is May. It is warm and mild. Gegargo zaagi'igining is, that means the leaves they're coming out. Zagi, they're looking. Zaagi'igining. Abuwa, warm. It is May. Okay, there's another one that would. It is calm when you were. It was calm when you were fishing. Gi anwetin, gi wewe bina beyond. See there, you see there. That's in a fishing song. Namadabin, gi wewe bina beyond. Or bimabatu, gi wewe bina beyond. Run, we're going fishing. Bimabatu, gi wewe bina beyond. Unwatching is calm weather. Unwatching. That's Wewe Binabi is when you fish with a pole, but Bugito O is when you set a net.
So you could say on Watin Nudin.
Yeah. Clear but windy. It is becoming cold. Ani gisa get ani gisena wizukun that it is going to snow. Wizukun. And there's as spring approaches, there is a big big wind. Ani zigwan, ani zigwan, gitchinudin as spring approaches. Ani zigwan, or they could just say zigwan, spring, gitchinudin, spring, and there's a big wind.
Yeah, I don't even know if we get to. I know right now it's pretty windy, or the last couple weeks anyway. So that usually happens at the end of March. I don't know about April. I remember when we were in grade school, we would make kites.
Yeah, that's what we used to do. We'd make our own kites. And,
Yeah. And we used to fly them out the back on when they had the big schoolyard out there. I don't know if they get to do that anymore.
No, I don't think they do any of that kind of stuff anymore.
Hmm.
Like, remember old Bronk? He was our janitor.
Yeah.
Bronk Wilburn.
Yeah.
The old man Frank's dad.
Mm-hmm.
He used to do. How would you say when you make stuff out of boards? Carpentry.
Yep.
With us. Remember one year for Christmas, we all went down the basement and he helped us make cutting boards for our mothers.
Nice.
And he cut a big, like on a sheet, and we drew up like a gookoosh on there.
Mm-hmm.
Picture of a big gookoosh.
Oh yeah.
And he helped us cut it out on the little on a bushkishigun. That's a song.
Mm-hmm.
And we sanded it and everything, and we wrapped it up and gave it to our mothers.
That's cool.
Yeah. Now they don't do that. Well, Bejan now they're doing snow snakes.
Oh, yeah, with the poles.
Yeah. And then they're doing sugar bush.
Mm-hmm.
They're showing the kids how to tap the trees.
Yeah, I don't know if they do any of that anymore. I heard they weren't, and I was kind of surprised. How would you say that? Would you say Nigi Gosh Quaindum? I was surprised.
Yeah, Nikash Quaindum.
Okay. That they don't. They said that they took that out of the whatever curriculum or what they teach in schools. You know, the shop classes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and the cooking classes. I remember we had to learn how to cook.
Yeah, we had to sew. I made a blue dress. That's my Indian color, blue.
Mm-hmm.
And I made in home ec. I made a nice blue dress.
Yeah, maybe that was in some other part of the country, but I heard they weren't teaching those skills like they used to back then.
Yeah, I know it. With Ruth's program, I think they do a lot of beadwork.
Oh yeah.
And I know they were making ribbon skirts.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know what else they were doing, like in cooking. If they were doing any cooking things.
Yeah. Yeah, we got to get some of the native chefs up here. I know we used to have this sous chef come up. Remember him? We had him do a couple dinners for the elders.
Mm-hmm.
But I know he's like really busy now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think he was like picked out to be one of the top 100 influential people in America. So, I mean, he's got big doings nowadays. And but there's still Chef Yazi, my Shikis, my friend. That's how you say my friend in Navajo. He's Navajo. He's based out of Minneapolis, but he hasn't been up here in a while. So maybe we'll try to get him up here to do some cooking.
Yeah, like old Indians, say like my age, probably my mother-in-law, if she was still around, my ma, your grandma Alice, maybe your ma, your dad, Lester. We probably wouldn't like any kind of other cooking than our own
Mm-hmm.
res cooking.
Yeah.
Because I don't. When he came, I didn't really care for that kind of food,
Mm-hmm.
because it was different.
Yeah. Yep.
And I think we're just used to our old ways
Right.
of cooking, a long time ago.
Yep. Yep. I'm the same way. I know one of the most basic meals that I like is just potatoes,
Yeah.
Seasoned up
Mhm.
with cornmeal. I don't
Yeah.
think very many people eat it that way. I just put that cornmeal right on top of there, and that's so good. And once in a while, you put some spam in there, So
Yeah.
really basic stuff,
Oatmeal was our special when we were kids.
Yeah.
I used to eat oatmeal in different ways.
Mm.
We had carnation canned milk, we had old skim milk,
Oh yeah.
and I'd eat it with salt and pepper and bacon grease.
Yeah.
Now I eat it with butter if I don't have bacon grease.
Yeah.
I used to eat it with syrup.
Oh,
I
okay.
put like a little 4th cup of syrup into my oatmeal and mix it up and eat it that way.
You remember Kamod's?
Mm.
And they had that corn syrup in it?
Yeah.
That's what I would use for my fried bread.
Yeah. And my mom used to buy that, the little maple flavors in little bottles and vanilla.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
She'd buy maple. And she'd mix that with her corn syrup, mix it into corn syrup.
Oh, yeah. You probably just need a couple drops. Huh?
Yeah, and then it would taste like maple syrup.
Yeah.
And that's how she'd mix our Kamad corn syrup, because that's all we would get. Is, she knew different ways how to cook. Well, she was gone. She was like a nanny.
Yeah.
In Virginia with Wemtigushi, She bought up to Wemtigushi, Pinucci, Then my grandma bought me up. So.
Yeah, when you were talking about the oatmeal, that always reminds me of the lunchroom that used to be next door here at the school. Betty.
Yeah.
And Mary Porter.
Mm-hmm.
They used to be the lunch ladies.
Yeah.
When I went to school. And so every morning I remember we'd come in and they would have malto meal. That was good. That was always filled my mind with memories.
Yeah.
And just the smell of that with the toast and the butter and oh yeah, that was good. Good times.
Still, I eat a lot of oatmeal, zaagi'igining. That's my favorite meal now in the morning.
Oh yeah.
Basic wawa and 1 egg.
And
boiled.
Boiled,
yeah.
Oh yeah.
I eat it. Sometimes I just fry it and eat it with oatmeal.
Yep. Just simple. Simple stuff.
Once in a while I wish for milk in my oatmeal. Then I'll put raisins or I'll put blueberries in there or some kind of a fruit. Mix it with milk and brown sugar.
I don't know if you remember, but that sous chef, that Sean Sherman, when he was up here and he did one of them dinners for the elders, he made a sorbet. It's kind of like a sherbet kind of a deal, but he made it out of wild rice. And I think he just put maple sugar in it. But oh man, was that good. Just tasted like wild rice, but sweet. I suppose like pop rice. It kind of tasted like. But that was really good. I don't know why there's no company out there that makes that, Especially the Whole Foods places. I know like in Virginia they got that co-op.
Yeah.
And then down in Duluth with the, I'm trying to remember which one, that market that's on 4th Street there. Whole Foods, I think they call it. But yeah, they would, I did see down there where they were selling, and this was over 20 years ago, they were selling pop rice with chocolate on it.
Yeah, they have that one in Virginia.
Oh, Cane Lakes.
Yeah, Mark was telling me he was working there last summer, and he bought me some popped rice. That was good. He
Mm-hmm.
said he was working right next door to them, and he went in there and looked, and that was good rice, popped rice. But I don't know what was mixed in there, but
Mm-hmm.
it was something good. And I told him bring a different kind of
Yeah.
flavor in there. And
Yeah, I could see where they could call that an energy bar or something like that. You know what I mean? So that's good stuff. And then put your blueberries in there, or your raspberries. Ooh. What else you got? You got another word
Let's
list?
see, I got
It's 11:38.
I got some more respect Native American values. Respect each other's beliefs. Manaji Kiji Bimadizi Ishi Dewe Dewe Dan Geye Ween. That means respect each other's dreams. Respect each other. Maji Idik. That's how you say respect. Maji Idik. Weweni Wiji Idik. Go with each other respectively. Weweni Wiji Idik. Wiji. Well, just like they say, the person that say your girlfriend, you would say your
Ouija Wagon.
yeah, your Ouija walking. So Ouija. And there's another one. Respect the earth. Do not waste anything that has been here, put here on earth. I'm gonna have to look at these. Some aren't ours. Tell the truth, don't lie. We need to watch a moin. Gigu giwanimoken. We need get the bajamon. That means tell the truth. We need the bajamon. Gigu giwanimoken. Don't lie. There are people and places where you can go for help. See if something's bothering you that you don't want to talk to about your problems. Go find somebody to go to talk to, one of your friends, one of your older friends, or an old person, someone that you don't really know or that you don't really know too good. Anishinaabe Gishai, where we do go Guzian. You can go and get help. We do go Guzian. There is power in the Indian way of life. Anishinaabemoin. Think before you act. Nagatawandan Jibwa Ishichigan. Think before you act. Nagatawandamon Jibwa Ishichigan. Before is Jibwa Ishichigan. Before you do anything. Walk the old Indian ways. Guji Bima Adun. Iwe Anishinaabe Bizin Dis Bimadisi Win. Weweni Anishinaabe Ishichigan. When someone comes to visit, feed them. Awiya Bi Mochue Gigo And a shamik should feed them a shamik and ayanako what you have, ayanako what you have. You are appreciated for who you are. Kishawanda, Misako, Awegwen, Aweon. You will be rewarded if you do well. That's what they always told us. You do good things will happen to you. Gego gitimshki can, don't be lazy. Walk your ways. Don't keep anything to yourself. Remember, it's your life, your choice, your choices. If you want to get ahead, you have to do it on your own. If you want to do something, you got to talk to people. They ain't going to come to you, because they don't know what's wrong with you. You got to talk, reach out. That's think before you act. Think things over. Go to your niwa, someone who named you. Go to them and talk with them. And that's what somebody asked me. What is niwa for? That means somebody who named you. I said, well, in the white way they have godmothers or whatever, godfathers, and they say, go to your niwa and talk. It's like you're, a respected person that gave you your own Indian name, and they'll tell you what they did, or because they already lived their they lived their long life. They've been here on this earth many years. They've seen many things and different. They've seen different ways and different races, and they've seen a lot through all the years they've been. And that's why they say Gidab is in Da Chi Aya. You should listen to your elders. Koeni mini kweni bish. I said take a drink of my. I had some new words. I think we can go. I think we'll have enough time to go through them. But how we said radio was, how I heard them say radio was a long time ago, and they said they had these. They didn't have electric radios. They had big battery radios. That battery would last about 2-3 months. In my ground, and we'll get a big battery for their. It was a noon dog and gun. That's what they used to call the radio. See, noon da, it's something you can hear. Noon da. Gemuchi gun is kind of like a box. Noon da. Gida noon da, no? Did you hear that? Noon da. Rain, give me one. Refrigerator. The Dakassichigan. Remember that word, the weather word, Dakassin? Cool outside, cool weather. Dakassin. And Dakassichigan is a refrigerator. And a roach headdress. Misko, a roach headdress. Nisquasigan, Nisquasigan.
Nisquasigan?
Yeah, Misquasigan. Miskwansig. It's spelled Miskwaanzigan. Misquans. Misquanazigan. Misquanazigan.
Mm-hmm.
Robin. OPG. OPG. It even has like a roof. A pucon. I never heard that before. A roof. Apukwan. Quan. A pucon. A pucon. Pucon. I don't know. Round dance. Gajibisa. Shimoin. That's a round dance. Gajiba. Shimun. Gajibi Samun. Yeah, that's a round dance. See, that's going around. When you Gajibi, that means going around like in a circle. Seagull. Gayashk. Seagull is a gayashk. A shawl. Gwinase. Gwinase. Pakagiwan is shirt. Shoe moccasin. Shoes moccasinan. Singers. Nagamawad. Nagamawad. So you could see it singing in there. Nagamun. Gida magan. Nagamun. I even get tongue twisted on some when I say when I read words.
Well, I know that you like to use the phonetics,
Mm-hmm.
so and then some of the materials written in double vowel.
Mm-hmm. Sled daubon ass. It's almost like a car daubon. Daubon ass. Slip and fall. Ojashin. Ojashinamin. And just slippery. Ojasha. 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 Dim. Lord.
Ojasha Mikina.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, Ojasha. Is a road. Snow melting. Showagan. Showagan is snow melting. Snowing supun. Snowmobile only.
Snowmobile.
Yeah, it has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20. 30 letters for snowmobile. It's Wasinubimade. Wasinubimide. Da. Shoot. I don't know. Look at how it's.
It looks like, or it sounds like butter or something like
it's
that.
in the middle, like snowmobile.
Wasinu Bimade Shush Godaban.
Daban in the end,
Yeah.
anyway.
Yeah.
Like a car, Daban.
Mm-hmm. Bimada or Bimada Ishush Godaban.
Daban.
Mm-hmm.
Same,
Yeah, that's.
Same way with computer. That's a big long word.
Mm-hmm. Wasinubi
Wasanubima.
I know what we should do. We should have um, Vukovic. He probably knows that word.
Mhm.
You can call us right now, 218-248-0167. He's probably run into that word.
Yeah. How would you say snowmobile? Wasan no bima da issue da. Oh, come on! I can't even. I think if I took it, when I just tore it apart, like word syllable by syllable, then I'd be able to.
Yeah, it's kind of like you got to break it up too,
Mhm.
just so you can isolate each.
Like snowshoe,
Mhm.
agimug. Snowshoe, snowshoeing, agimug, sawin, agimug sawin. A sub, a subkeshi. That's fighter. A sub is a net. Ziguan, spring. Stocking, a shigun. But then there was another one they used to say dajigun. Dajigun and a shigun. There's must be two ways to say sock. Or Gidabiskan, dajigun. You should wear your socks. Dajiganug, dajiganan. Or this Gidabiskan, dajigun. Just wear just only one sock. Shigun. Sturgeon, name. Suckerfish, namabin. It just says namabin. Sugar, zizabakud. Indian sugar is Anishinaabe, zizabakud. Sunfish, aguadashi. That's what we used to go fishing for, sunfish. Would use them little homemade fish poles with the safety pins.
Mm.
Chicken, tap or maple sugar. Linguas chicken. Like television, I know that. Mizinate chicken. Or Mizinate chicken. They dance in grand entry. Bindigagishum. Bindigi. Gibishamun. Bishamun.
It's probably been again.
Yeah, Bindige. Shamun. Bindige Shamun.
Grand entry.
Yeah. Bindige Shamun. Turn off the light. Off the way be doing. Turn on a light. Waskwane be doing. Underwear. Be tuskishigan.
What part of that is the light, and which part is the turn on?
Off the way
Up to way is.
is off.
Oh, okay.
Waskwane is on. Turn on. Waskwane be doing. See, there's like ought to way would be like ought to way be doing turn it off.
Mm-hmm.
Ought to way. There's what do I have on? I know. On. Off the way. Off the way. Jeez, I can't remember that other word. Oh, I can't think of it. It'll come to me though. Veteran Okichita. Asasamik. Asamisug. Asamisug is a wall. Just like Michisug is a floor. A floor is a Michisug.
Was that other word you're looking for? Wazakane? No? Wazokane Badoon?
Turn it off and then turn it on. Like I have them on the walls.
Oh.
What is that?
It says Waskane Badoon, turn on. Ottaway.
Turn off.
Yep.
Yeah, off the way.
So Waskane Badoon.
Yeah.
Turn it on.
Asamisug. See, you see the same like Michisug on the end of the floor is Michisug, and then wall is Asamisug, Michisug, and same way with wall on the end is Misug, Misug. Asa is kind of like the wall. Asasimug, Asasimig, or Sasimug. Walleye, Oga. Mbegish Oga. I wish for walleye. See, that's just two little words. Mbegish Oga. I wish for walleye. And that's just Mbegish Oga. And that in English it's 3 I